Where comedian Kojo Enim. Fiifi Coleman is here. Fiifi, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
I thought you were in abroad.
No, I'm right here. Yes, GH.
If you go abroad and come back within a day or two, shout out to you. Ojadi
Yeah, what's up, yeah?
Ojadi
I left my Ghana card.
Charlie, but why you here say I left my Ghana card and you can pick up like what?
Yeah.
ADHL.
I don't found. Charlie, waba. Anyway, Adam, good morning.
Good morning, Chairman.
Right. Rob, morning.
Morning.
How y'all doing?
Morning.
I feel like slanging too.
No, morning.
Okay. Fiifi Coleman made a statement the other time.
Which Fiifi Coleman?
Mr. Coleman.
This one?
No, Mr. Coleman.
Oh, okay.
The actor, producer,
Oh,
and director.
the one who runs the company?
Yeah.
Fiifi Coleman
Productions. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The slave.
FCP, the slave.
The slave.
FCP.
Oh, okay, cool.
FCP, the slave.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Coleman says, we don't have any Ghanaian content to air during prime time aside telenovelas.
Oh.
Playwright Fiifi Coleman, producer, actor, disappointed singer. You try singing. You know where.
No. It was a class assignment. It wasn't like he was trying. He was just... But the teacher will say make you sing. Don't be like...
I was there for a one-hit wonder.
I'm faster. Fiifi Coleman has provided reasons many local TV stations show foreign telenovelas and soap operas during prime time. According to him, there is very little Ghanaian content to use to fill up these hours. Thus, TV stations use foreign content, which happens to be preferred by viewers. I beg your pardon. Listen to Fiifi Coleman.
We have content to fill prime time, and we are not doing it. That is where the issue is. If we don't have content, and because look, like it or not, the TV stations, all the media houses, number one, if you go and look at their KPI are making money, how much did you bring in this week? How much did you bring in that week? And somebody have identified they are paying. They need to figure out a way to make that money back. So I'm putting my ads on it. I'm doing that on it. They will choose that over your content when they know that it's only a few people that are going to watch.
But Fiifi, I disagree with you when you say we don't have content. The contents are, please, the contents are available. The question is, how much are you charging the producer to show on your screen? Because you're charging way too much, they cannot afford. That is where the issue is.
When the TV stations cannot afford. That
The producers.
This is Hits.
Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
You have some clarifications to this, huh?
Well, first of all, I think there's a couple of headlines about this going out that I just needed to talk about, and just it's the way we skew these things sometimes, and I think there's a part I think the Ghana Web, I hope I can mention them here, how they skew the title out of the interview that we had, taking it out of context and everything. It makes it look like you do not know what you're talking about. It was out of a bigger, broader conversation that we had before that point. And I think the voice you played clarifies a lot. What I had said specifically was that give me the content that you want me to use for my prime time. And that's that. But if in the absence of that content, what do you want me to do? In the absence of the content that's going to fill my prime time moment at this period, these contents that have become a thing is available now to us. Cheaper, by the way, to us. It is here right now. So if we are not following any stipulations like whether you like it or not, this is what must be done, and this is available, and it's been consumed. Keyword, it's been consumed. Then what do you expect me to do? I insist, right? There are things that needs to happen. We all open companies. I think that what's it called? Robert was talking about the culture forum, and then what it stipulates about what percentage of content that's supposed to be Ghanaian and all of those things. Who is producing those content? Who is doing that work? Who has that work out there that has captured the things that needs to happen for us to put it there? When we had the period, or when the times came when we had our own, and it's also the language of prime time. Andy, what is prime time? When is prime time? 8 to 11.
We're not saying 8 to 11. What does that mean?
8 p.m. to 11 p.m. I mean, if you ask me, primetime TV Ghana is what, after 7 p.m. news, to 11 p.m. That's what I would say is primetime.
All right, please hold on for me and let's speak with director, producer,
Godfather.
Ivan, the Godfather, Ivan Kwashiga. Chairman, good morning and many thanks for joining us on Hits FM. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You are still owing me.
I do. I know about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Kwashiga, Fiifi Coleman made a statement that we don't have enough Ghanaian content to air during prime time aside telenovelas. Do you share the same opinion?
No. If you look at the Aquaba Magic model, you realize that they had filled up all their prime time with commissioned productions. So for the 2 years that they've been in existence, they have been showing purely Ghanaian-made productions, which means that we have the capacity to produce to fill the bill. So we cannot say that we do not have the capacity. The question,
but Mr. Kwashiga, in view of let's say Aquaba Magic, it's not free to air, is it?
No, it's not free to air.
That's right.
That's where I was driving to. I was going to say that. So the capacity is there. That meaning the men, the talent, the creativity, everything is there to be able to produce content. What has been disturbing us is funds. TV stations, local TV stations, do not have the funds to be able to commission productions to the level that Aquaba Magic is doing, so as to be able to produce content to fill the prime time belt that you are talking about. So basically, that is the problem of funding is the problem. It's not really the fact that we cannot write scripts or we cannot produce these productions that can fill that time.
But Mr. Kwashiga, if you say funding, these telenovelas are not given for free.
Which telenovelas? The foreign ones?
Foreign ones, yes.
The foreign ones have outlived this thing. They've done their circuit. They have been shown. Some of them are very old, and so they are sold for next to nothing. A production, a 30-minute production, or 1 hour production, to be produced wholly in Ghana locally, will not cost $200 or $300. Do you understand? And that is what
$200 per showing or per production?
Per episode.
Per episode.
That is what these telenovelas.
No, I want clarity on it. Per showing on television or per production?
We are talking about production.
$200 per production.
Yeah. So if you can go and license a production for, let's say, $200 and show it, you can have as many as you want. But the problem with us locally is that our productions are done fresh from the location and brought to these TV stations, which means that they cost far, far, far more than these ones that have been on the shelf for so long. Do you understand? So that is where the problem is. So one is producing it fresh or being commissioned to produce, which costs a lot more. And then the other one is it's been there, it has been shown all over the place, and then the makers are just, collecting residual benefits on it. And so they sell it for very cheap, like, $100 per episode, and we have about 1,000 episodes to give you. And then these telenovelas are shown all over the world in so many countries. So they pick from all over, and they make a lot more money. The question is, do we have the funds in order here to be able to produce to that standard so that our productions can go outside and be shown all over the world like that? No, because the TV stations would have to commission us for us to be able to produce to that level before it can be sent outside. And that is where the problem is.
For a producer director like you, if you are to own a TV station, what would you use to fill prime time?
Well, I mean, for me, my philosophy has always been to promote local content. So I've always looked at how to support the local industry for us to be able to thrive, because the film industry can provide a lot of job avenues for young Ghanaians, a lot more than anybody can even imagine. So if I am to have a TV station, my objective will be to promote local content, to give employment to young people, Ghanaians. And so I'll be filling my prime time with locally produced content. And one thing we have to also understand is that Ghanaians love to see themselves on the screen. They want to see their stories. And they want to, be seen to be enjoying themselves, their things that are produced for them. We understand ourselves far more than any other culture. So, yes, anything that is produced locally would sell quickly than if you bring it from outside. So for me, if being a marketer and also as a film producer, my objective would be to promote local.
What if there is the demand for foreign telenovelas? Won't you show them at all?
The demand was created because of the quality of the productions that we were turning out at the time. Right now, the quality of productions are improving very fast. If you watch some of the productions that have been released recently, Queen of Accra, Dede, all these productions that have been commissioned by Akwaba Magic, they are high quality productions that can be shown anywhere in the world. And so we have the capacity to produce to the standards that is expected of us around the world. And so we can't say that a foreign content will be able to beat a local content if it is well produced.
Many thanks for your time, sir. I'm so
Thank you
grateful.
very much. We'll talk later.
Right,
I still
sir.
have you on my
I know.
radar.
I know. Before you go, one of your actors, John Piazza, had been reported very ill.
Yes.
Have you attended to him? Have you gone to see him?
Yes, we have been in this battle with him right from the time he started. We got to know about it and when we were filming season 6. So if you watch season 6 very closely, you realize that most of the scenes he was sitting. It was because it was very difficult for him to stand. And ever since, we have been reaching out to him. We were there last week, but the thing is, for us at Farmhouse and also myself, we do not want to blow our horns and let people know what we are doing. So we just want people to know, yes, we are part of him and he's been part of us. So we are supporting him in all the ways that we can. And we urge other people to also try and reach out to him.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Folks, that was Ivan Kwashka, producer, director, and filmmaker. Who was... Okay, Robert, please come in.
Wait.
Oh, you were still on the floor?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
sorry about that.
And it needs to clarify a few things.
Right.
Yeah. So opinion kasana but there's a few things I want to talk. See,
Insurance
so a bit of something with this statement that we need to be very clear about is what I said had nothing to do with capacity. It has zero to do with capacity. As to what we can do, where we are right now, like what he said at the end of where we are right now in production processes and what we are doing right now, it's just amazing what we are doing right now. And we've come a very long way to be in this spot. He did mention Akwaba Magic, and then it brings a conversation between free to air and then the paid, whatever. Akwaba Magic right now, if I ask you, subscribers for Akwaba Magic, it's so small. It's not. They're not even there yet. So that means even the people who are paying to watch this thing even on Akwaba Magic are so few as compared to let me go on a limb and say this. People watching UTV currently will be maybe 3 times more, 4 times more than those who have been subscribed to DSTV. Not even to say watching Akwaba Magic. See, subscription to DSTV is one. Watching Akwaba Magic is another thing altogether. So the people that we are catering to right now, trying to feed them this information right now, they are not the ones sitting on Akwaaba Magic. And even there, in as much as they are producing all these great works, some projects have been cancelled. Some did one season. We'll say, okay, fine, it's not going down well. People are not watching the show. They are off the shelf. And whatever that it needs to happen. But those are commissioned projects. That was the conversation we had here. Why are the free-to-air stations not producing and commissioning producers who are doing this work for the same Akwaaba Magic to produce these series that will air for the prime time period that we are talking about here? I am not against Ghanaian culture. We have beautiful stories to tell. There are a whole lot of them to be told. But to tell them very nicely the way these ones have been told that we are loving, we need that push. And that push is not going to come from the individual producer who's sitting out there. The TV stations who are seeking to fill their prime time, if they are going by the mandate of what percentage should be Ghanaian content and whatever it is, they need to step up to be also producers of these programs. Until we do that, the cheap ones, as he said, $200 an episode, will be airing. And on that, you have a lot of people paying over $1,000 of ad times on them. Because everyone in the market, and when they take they know all the stars in the kunkum baggers and whatever it is. And then we also went an extra mile bringing them to Ghana to come and meet the people.
Icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake, yeah. We brought them, we flew them in, and then it became like a thing. And also that hangar was filled because at that time, and I understand the producers, and I won't do it. If I'm a Ghanaian producer, I'm not going to produce $1,000 an episode series and come to you and you will give me 500 cities. And you offer $200. So that's the point. The point is that if we are in a position to create the content that is needed to fill that vacuum, no one will choose that over this one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Righty. Rob, please.
This is Fiifi versus the world. He needed to explain himself, and he's done justice to that. I think that when we discuss this, it always comes down to the economics thereof, or the marketing sense thereof, or the value thereof. I have a television station. I need content to put on this particular platform. First of all, if I do not have the content to place on it, then I'll have difficulty in putting the kind of content I need on. So as a nation, if we want to see local content, then it's either we engineer it, or if it doesn't happen, then we need to be able to find ways and means to be able to manage it. That's what it is. So sometimes we have to stop the talking and actually empower people to do it. Akwaaba Magic is doing that 100%. I think that at the end of the day, one of the things that it brings to mind when it comes to this is what Viasat used to do. I think Viasat in those days used to contract producers to give them content, and they did that. And so that's what we are discussing right now, that to a certain extent some stations need to be able to do that. Look, I was putting Dance Terra on television, and at some point people used to fight, like the TV stations were looking like, we want money, this, that, and I'm like, and the money I have, if I don't have sponsorship, I don't have all of that, and I'm just asking for you to give 30 minutes of your airtime to dance because we don't have a representation. Well, it's just because when you watch the same platform, the kind of things they are showing, the kind of illegal stuff they are showing, things that they don't even have rights to show. Yeah, so allow me to say just because I observed, and you may have your own opinion, but the reality is I know what I saw and I know what I keep seeing, So, the Ruth Kadiri issues we are talking about right now, isn't it somebody's movie that they don't have rights for that they are still showing? Yes, so let me get back to my point. So, asking for just 30 minutes to contribute to the entertainment scene in terms of projecting Ghanaian dance and all the elements it represents. Some of them it was a tough fight. Some understood later on this and that, others took you off, and that it no be joke, so I can understand what they're saying. There are people out there who also have content, but sometimes we are not even listening to them, and I think that we need to be able to look at that particular space properly, because people have content, and if the TV stations would work with them and hold them, these guys would be able to produce the kind of content they're looking for. So it's both ways. We just need to be able to look in that space properly. Kwame, now you can speak.
Okay. Yes, opinion jari we are na insurance.
Ensure we dey be
aka. Me pay jari, me bo perfume.
We will take you at your word that you don't like bathing. Please, headlines. Kwame, there is no Abe here. Where is Abe?
Literally. I think this all boils down to collaboration. I believe that talking about television production, I'm not sure most of these TV stations, out of their own volition, can produce proper content, as in film content, for their TV stations. But if we have production houses in this country who are not able to meet TV owners halfway, then the solution there is that if we realize the fact that we are lacking in producing local content for television, then why don't we have both parties come together, meet each other halfway, pull their resources together, and then produce these contents and then share the dividends thereafter? I don't know if that's possible.
It's possible.
Because either of them can't do that on their own. The producer needs the TV station to air, to reach out to the audience. The TV station can't produce the content by themselves. So why don't you come together? Exactly. I think if, let's say, I'm saying Adom TV or UTV would use this model, collaboration, I think we would have a lot of content on TV. I don't know if I'm oversimplifying the whole thing, but I believe that collaboration is the way to go in this situation.
It is, and quickly, you states CBS,
Warner,
all of it's their stations. Yes, they're stations, but it's always them, and then maybe these people they're doing this. It is not even for film. I'm not talking film, TV. Just your productions, SVUs and all of those things are TV productions. It's like we are the TV station. We're okay, fine. You come together, we do this, and you put it on there.
But Kwame, this collaboration thing you're talking about. If one party feels they don't need the other, then what's going to happen is that it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
So if the 70% agenda, for example, is being pushed and you're supposed to comply, then you look at your content and you realize that, Charlie, what I have just 20% local content I'm showing. It means that I'm forced to begin to think about how I can, shore up the numbers. And once I can shore up, I need to shore up the percentage. Then I'm willing to have a conversation with the producers, and I'm willing to look at local content and go like, you know what, I'm going to put your stuff on TV, but it's not meeting
start from there.
Exactly. So so if it feels like you are the giver, I'm the buyer, whatever, and I call the shots, and if this is not my direction, it's not my direction, I won't listen to you. It becomes difficult, So it has to be both parties, but then something always has to hold everything together. And that is that particular policy that says that, look, you have to put 70% of content, local content on your television. And once that is pushed down, eventually everything will just
moved to
exactly
another step
sharp
of getting the content.
And then the collaborative.
So you devise ways of doing that without through collaboration or buying it outright.
And then monitoring is another thing. Monitoring. There should be a mechanism to monitor what percentage have you shown today? What percentage did you do today? And if that came with an injunction, it comes with as a bit of a punishment, a bit of you have faulted because we looked at what you aired from Monday to Friday. This is what you have done because of that ABCD. Then you are forced. There's something binding you to do it, because people will start. In what I've seen so far, we will start very well. 70% will start, and then a month into it, we are like, then before they are sipping through, they are bringing the other ones again, and then it is gone. Let us have a system of a sort of checks and balances there, that once we apply the formula 70-30, who is making sure that you are going strictly by what has been said,
and also to incentivize those who really adhere to the 70%. So
encourage. That's also key.
Adam, please.
I don't think he has anything.
Everybody be quiet.
I don't think he has anything to say.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say?
He has a lot to say.
Because the three of us are having a chat. Could have joined. He didn't join.
What? I thought you were going to say
he was cogitating.
Would there be a time or a day where Adam would say, "Oh, I'm not speaking"?
That day he will still give shout outs to some birthday person.
From what I get from Fiifi is that there is a capacity, but the reason the capacity is not being utilized is that those who are at the other end are not ready to do the right bargain, and that makes those capacity non-available in terms of producing what the people want to see. So he says, when you are able to give the right payments, do the right negotiation, people locally are going to produce for you. But until then those content you want will not be available. That is what I get from, the point he's making. So people should pay the right amount for production so that they will be able to, go into their creative space to be able to bless us with amazing things on our screens.
The collaboration between here.
Adam is finished.
It's finished.
You guys clap.
But dedication to Prophet Boahen.
Big ups to Prophet Boahen. Eric Boahen of Rain House.
Andy, I have a request.
What's the request?
I think we've spent a lot of time on music industry. Can we, and I'm sending this request to you and your producers, do a lot more of film and dance or those other? I don't know if we can dedicate, let's say, 1 month. I like what you are doing. We did Coleman last week. Did again, and today is the third time we're doing on a row. I think we can do more, so we give some fire to the film industry. Then later on, we move to, let's say, dance.
We have a lot more to discuss. Even today's poetry day. You even touch on poetry.
Yeah, I wish we could do that. I think people are enjoying this.
We need to pick the entire creative arts and then look at the. I don't like when they say lesser sports. I want to say that the lesser known. The people that the categories that really don't have attention, we need to give them some form of attention so that we can elevate the game. Because Charlie, everything.
The film is supposed to be one of the
biggest, like a massive factory that basically pieces everything together. Yeah. Because in there you have actors, you can have dancers, you have everybody in there, like the writers.
I think we should keep talking.
So
I think we should keep talking. Andy, thank you very much for the opportunity.
You're most welcome. Let me read some few comments for you. Money Decoder said you are really looking gentle.
Those days, no.
Why? Who are you looking at?
I'm using my camera.
Okay.
On the wall.
Yes, like my mom, she'll give you some stern look. The look alone, it go make you Angasa, you go sit straight. The moms, if you're the fool, they go give you some look.
Maybe sounds. I tell people when they get mommy have ways they call me. Fiifi, I know what I do. Fiifi, I know what I do. Fiifi, I know what I do. Like every one of them, I go feed there outside. They go call me. I go tell my friends say they go beat me. Come. No, literally, I say they go beat me. Come. I walk into the house. They go say Kochawa Barbara. Then I'll go. They go bring my own cane. They bring my own cane. It depends. Oh, Fiifi. Okay, I beg. I go chop feed for me credit. I know the tone.
Yeah, the tone alone. Yeah, the tone alone. It go set the pace. You are go see say yeah. There's some guy like that. If he dey pass, each time he enter house, no, the girls for the house, hey, nipa ni ding. Every time, nipa ni ding. So one day he dey pass, as he dey come enter, no way he hears it, then they mention him, but everything that they talk about him be very wrong. Akwawe, no tell we, and a petition, and a chrono, a coin buying nan. Kwasi asem kwa no di we area no ekoshini. So he enter no nipa ni no si nipa ni mo.
Nipa ni de andi anti.
Fio. Come on. Honestly, I love all the Ghanaian series on Aquaba Magic. I wonder why they are not on local TV. Well, my Francis, I'm confused on this topic. We are discussing on strength to produce all the amounts of production exist in our system now. Wow. Okay, someone has won my money. Let me pick him quickly.
Hello, someone.
Collins.
Yes, boss.
Today I'm your boss, because you win my money.
Yes.
Collins.
Boss.
Yeah, man.
I'm super excited, boss.
Okay.
This is my first time winning this.
Oh, this is the first time?
Yes, but I've been trying it each and every day.
Okay. So you won 500 cities?
Yes, I just won 500 cities.
Congratulations to you. What's going to happen today?
Well, it seems that I'm owing some people, so I have to settle them immediately.
You're owing some people?
I'll get a balance. Yes, I'll get some balance out of it. And I'll use it to chill more.
Okay. And you go and chill. That's why we're here, man. Charlie, congratulations to you. Thank you very much. Keep staking, okay? You're most welcome. All right, listeners. In a land where dreams are often cradled in the arms of hope, there exists a league of unsung heroes. They are the silent architects of change, the torchbearers who illuminate paths where once there was only darkness. From the verdant stretches of our farms to the innovative labs of science, from the warm embrace of humanitarian aid to the simplest acts of kindness, these are the change makers who sculpt the future of our nation stage by stage. Unknown to them, their acts of selflessness have resonated across the land, stirring the hearts of many and sparking a movement of recognition and celebration. It's that time of the year again. Joy News proudly presents the Impact Makers Awards 2024. Join us in our quest to spotlight and honor those steadfast warriors who are remolding the destiny of our communities and our nation. This is your moment to nominate the unsung hero in your midst, the beacon of positive change whose story never deserves to be told. To nominate your Impact Maker of the Year, send in your entries to impact.makersawards@myjoyonline.com. Let's amplify their stories. So on this platform, who's going to represent us? Shall we nominate someone right now? Robert, you're here, Fiifi Coleman. Shall we nominate
are we going to eat?
Impact Maker? Huh?
What? Impact Maker? I thought you said food.
Were you not listening?
Sorry.
What a shame.
Sorry.
Okay. So it's the Joy News Impact Makers Award. People who are making impacts.
I will go.
Shall we nominate you?
Yeah.
Aglaviko. Commandancy. What is your impact? It's not funny. You're doing so well.
Yeah.
How do you say it in English?
Why are you asking me?
I didn't know the English.
Translating what to English?
Abofia.
Yes, Abi Fizi.
Listeners, we are done. Thank you very